I'm a fucking hooligan, but I be trying to keep the peace. It ain't shit to jump back in the field. Big bro, pass me some cleats. Goofy bitch, time about we rich. I asked her, who the fuck is we? Girl, this shit for my OG and all the guys who stuffing me. I'm a fucking hooligan, but I be trying to keep the peace. It ain't shit to jump back in the field. Big bro, pass me some cleats. Goofy bitch, time about we rich. I asked her, who the fuck is we? Girl, this shit for my OG
How we
and all
doing?
the guys who stuffing me.
How are we doing? We are back. We are back. Not officially. It's been a long time since I've done all this, and as you might be able to tell, I still don't even have my full setup yet. I'm still in Pittsburgh, but now I have a job here. Long story, we'll talk about that another time. So this is going to be a short and sweet episode because while I haven't been thinking about fantasy, I can sense others are getting the itch. I had someone text me and be like, hey, it's around the corner. So we're back. So this is just episode 1. I'm not promising you that we're going to have another episode anytime soon again. But I was drafting up a long text to officially start some of the off-season conversations, and it didn't feel right. You deserve something better than a text message to kick off the season. And especially the couple things I do want to talk about, I feel like it's just easier to get in front of the camera and explain them than it is to draft up a text for the group chat. So again, this will be pretty short. Don't get too excited about the podcast, but do get excited that the off season is beginning. So let's get into it. Let's go. I forgot. I don't know my trademark quotes. Canva, the software I use to do this, has made a bunch of changes. Like every off season, I'm rusty and I am lost, and this is honestly probably the worst it's ever felt. So bear with me. But we're only talking about 3 things anyway, so I can manage that. First and foremost, draft date. We're 3.5 months out. Okay, we got plenty of time. But last year we ran into some hiccups. I don't even remember what they were caused by. I think it had to do with Labor Day being the weekend before. I don't remember. So try and just lock that in as early as possible, because if we do that, we're good. That's the most important thing. Everything else is extra. So that is number 1. Similar process to how we always do it. Lock in the date, and then we can really look forward to it. Operation number 2 is putting the co into commish. As you can probably tell, maybe even discussed, I'm losing steam, y'all. I'm losing steam. The league is grown stronger than one man can handle. The podcasts are becoming fewer and farther in between, even though the ones that I do put out are probably better. The summer hype, even though this is still early, it's still May, it's not quite the same as what it used to be. The championship celebrations, they're happening in the off season of the following season and not right after the championship game. It's getting harder and harder to keep raising the bar and doing it in the same way that I've done for the past few years. And so I'd like to see who wants to help. A few of you throughout the years have texted and offered to help with certain things, and I didn't really have a plan. And so I've taken you up on your offers sparingly. But I think this is the year where we establish a hooligan committee. That committee might be a committee of 1 if no one wants to join. It might be a committee of 2 if I only get 1, but it can be a committee of many. And we'll talk more about that. But in order for us to keep the momentum going, and I shouldn't even say us, y'all are great. You have not slowed down. There's nothing you all need to do differently when it comes to being a member in the league. To keep my momentum moving forward, to reduce the burnout towards the end of the season that happens, to allow for me to keep tweaking and playing with the podcast and making them better, which hopefully also allows for me to put them out weekly still. I need help. And so I have a few ideas on how we can get other people involved. We'll talk about that. And then the third thing is, as you can tell, and you probably heard, I'm still in Pittsburgh. Started a new job here a month ago. Probably should have updated you. And I probably would have if I had done the podcast or if I'd been active in the group chat. I haven't been. But it's been kind of a whirlwind. And I miss my boys. I miss the fellas. Starting over down here. Still finding my community. And I want to get out of here for a weekend. I want to see the boys. I want to hit the course. I want to drink some beers. So I'd like to figure out a weekend where people are down to do some shit before so that I can plan which weekend to go north and visit. So we'll talk about that for a little bit. In short, all of these things are just going to be Google Forms you have to fill out. It's just homework. I'm just assigning you work. I'm complaining about the work that I have to do, and in turn, I'm just giving you work to do. It shouldn't take you very long for any of them, but it does require you to think about what your availability is and what you want to do and when. So yeah, let's just dive in. So draft date, same bullshit we deal with every year. Okay. The draft, NFL season starts Wednesday, September 9th. Drake May and the fellas are playing the Seahawks. Ideally, we draft as close to that date as possible. The weekend before is Labor Day. We also all live different lives, have different situations, so finding a day, even though it's crucial, is very difficult. So I'm going to put out a Google form where you can put in your availability. The first question is, can you draft the Tuesday night before the season starts? Because if we can do that Tuesday, that's great. That's the easiest. We don't have to worry about injuries. It's Labor Day, draft day, Patriots. Pretty fucking epic if we can make that happen. The second question is about Labor Day weekend. Now, I know most people have plans Labor Day weekend, but usually those plans are a little loose, lax, drinking. Maybe you can escape for a couple hours. Maybe you can't. The third question asks about all the days before Labor Day weekend for a couple weeks. Assume if it's a weekday, we're obviously drafting at night, probably around 8. If it's a weekend, there's some options for day, morning, day, and night. So go in there, fill out the survey. That Tuesday after Labor Day is priority number 1, but if it doesn't work, we'll find another day. If you have to put in days you can't do, but there's certain times you can't do and maybe you can work other times, fill it out. Just give me as much information as you possibly can to make scheduling this as easy as it can be. Ideally, in the next week or two, we lock in the date and we have the most important detail decided. Everything else is gravy after that. So please fill out that survey. That is a must fill out. Everyone is required to fill out the draft date one. The other two, more optional. Optional number 1, the Hooligan Committee. So, as I've already mentioned, I need help. I need help. I was so burnt out at the end of last season and the last 2 seasons after trade deadline weekend. I just fall off. And with the move and the new job, I already know it's going to be hard this year. And so I'd like to grow the Hooligan Executive Committee. This committee would be responsible for tackling all things hooligan. I'm not asking you to actually be a co-commissioner. What I'd be asking is for you to take on one aspect of the league. Maybe you're the money man, you handle all the money pieces. Maybe you handle trade deadline weekend and coordinating all the bullshit with that. Maybe you handle the draft logistics, picking the draft lottery event, making sure I give you the information about the availability for the draft weekend, and you plan that, and you get the Skype going or the Zoom going, and maybe we do an in-person thing. I think by delegating these different roles, it not only frees me up, but it gives someone who might have a little bit more capacity to take things to the next level. We haven't done anything in person for the draft in a while. Maybe we start doing that. Maybe we switch up the draft lottery event. I'm open. Other types of things that you could tackle. The trophy handoff. Some things are small, like ordering the nameplates, making sure that people get the trophies. If we add punishments, like how do we come, what is the punishment and who's going to make sure they do it? Because I know that I'm not going to do that, because when the season's over, I'm done. I'm done. And I'm sure you guys can think of other things. So this second form will just be asking if anyone is interested in taking on any parts of the league. Those who say yes and get appointed to this committee, you'd also be my thought partners when I have like decisions I need to make. When we have to discuss rules and like prizes and payouts, when I draft things up, you'll be the first people to get insight and get reactions to it before we have to put things to a vote. So you'd also just be thought partners for everything, but really it would just be taking a small slice of the pie so that I can focus on mine really, really well. But no pressure. It's not, we'll figure out a version that works even if nobody volunteers to do this, but I would greatly appreciate it. And I think your league mates would as well. And then also feel free to just text me as well. Like you can fill out the form, that's easier, but you can also just text me and we can talk offline about it, because that's ultimately what I'll do with anyone who fills it out. So that is the Hooligan Committee. And then number 3, I want to come visit. I definitely can't for the next 3 weeks, 4 weeks, I forget. I think like the last week in June would be the first weekend I could go. But then after that, I'm generally free. I'll have to work around my work. But the earlier we can lock something in, the better. Again, this is no pressure at all. I just want to be able to link up with as many of you as possible. So understanding who's going to be available and when would be fantastic. My vision is I'm there for a weekend. Maybe we golf on Friday, Saturday, and then like go somewhere and drink some beers, play some games, barbecue, something. I don't know. If people can't do Friday and we do Sunday instead, and I take the Monday off and then drive home on Monday or fly, I'm not sure what I'm doing yet. We do that. You just need to find a weekend. And basically, you need to either want to drink and eat food, and or golf. You don't even have to be available for both days. I don't care. I will be in town for a weekend. What weekend? I'm not sure yet. Will there be golf? Yes. Will there be food and booze? Yes. Can you do one of the days? Sure. So in this form, it's pretty straightforward. All the weekends are listed, and then you just say if you're available Friday, Saturday, and or Sunday. Just click a little dot, check it off if you're available. The one that has the most people available is the one I'm going to aim for. This also won't just be going out to the league. It'll be going to some other people as well. So please fill it out. I miss the boys, and I need a good excuse to head home. And so you all are that excuse. So let me know when you're free, and I'll plan around you. And then Silverman and Rick, if there's a weekend that you are planning to visit home, please fill out this survey. I'll also tell you what weekend I decide, and maybe you can make it out as well. It's definitely a bummer that 25% of the league now no longer lives in Massachusetts. So we got to do extra work to get together. And so now I'm going to feel the pain that you felt the past couple of years. So that's it. That's all I got for you. Nothing special. No crazy updates. Just a commish looking to lock in a date, get some people to join the committee, and find a weekend to hang out with y'all. So it's Wednesday. I'm going to try to get this out tonight, assuming tech works. The Google Forms for each of those three things will come out right after. And then that marks the start of the offseason. So, Hooligans, I missed you. I miss you. Sorry. The quality has dropped and is honestly not picking back up at a hot spot. But we will get there. We will get there. And this, despite being a slower start, means that we are officially back. Let's go. Okay? Let's go.